Hey guys, Tim here. Just giving you a little update. Let me just shut the fan off here so you can hear me. All right. So, as you probably guessed from the dust on my bench, I've been out here sanding for quite a while. Sorry there hasn't been any updates lately. I've been kind of busy with the snowfall and everything. It's pretty rough out there. So, there's my transom, and there's where my transom used to be. So, a lot of work's been done, actually. Little things, just a lot of little things. Um, as you can see, kind of this area here, that whole top section there was gone. It was kind of the what happened when I took the top of the boat off. I had a little mishap and broke the top of the transom. So that's actually been remade out of epoxy putty with the filler and everything. It has a layer of biaxial behind it. You can probably see kind of the fiber showing through there. So I laid the biaxial to kind of cover up the hole, and then once the biaxial had cured, I spread putty across it from the outside, and now all it needs is to be sanded. I think it should be in pretty good shape. I patched a whole bunch of holes that were in the back of the hull. Same kind of way of doing it. I just smeared some epoxy putty on there after cleaning it up and everything, of course, and feathering it out so that I could probably, well, hopefully get a good finish. Today I spent the day getting rid of these blocks. I'll see if I can find one here. There's one. So these blocks were right here where the side of the hull meets the back outer skin here. And they were sort of just fiberglassed in there. I don't even think they were, well, I guess they were glued down. You can see some of the glue on the bottom there. They were glued here, I guess to butt up against the transom to hold it in, maybe during the manufacturing process. They weren't really easy to get off. And then, of course, the whole channel in the corner was filled with that Bondo-like substance that they use. I've sanded most of it out. I got to get in the corner there. You can see the corner is hard to get to with a flap disc, so I'm going to have to use something else. Maybe a die grinder, I don't know. Both corners are kind of like that, but so far I have a pretty smooth surface in which to mount the new transom. I got my corner real good. It's all nice and flat. It should actually almost be a geometrical shape at this point. So that's what I'm going for. I don't want to have to fiddle around too much with my template. I'd rather have a good solid geometrical shape. I know there's no chance of that happening, but I want to get as close as I can so that it fits as well as possible. If anybody ever attempts one of these restorations, grab yourself some of these flap discs. That's a 40 grit flap disc on a regular 4.5 inch angle grinder. They're like $6 or $8 a piece, but this is only the second one I've used on this project, and there's still a lot of life left in that. The first one actually just got gummed up from doing all that Bondo stuff while it was still a little bit wet. But probably, I would say maybe 3 or 4 of these throughout the whole project, and that's all I'm going to need. So they do seem expensive, but they last a really, really long time. Aside from that, I've been using basically a hammer and a pry bar to hack away at the Bondo, the big chunks. I got the drain plug out, so now there's just a hole there. It's almost time to start ordering some parts. I gotta find some plywood and everything. All that kind of stuff's coming together. I did take another trip to the marine shop. I ran out of wood filler and biaxial tape, so I ordered more wood filler, or sorry, more of that wood flour stuff that makes the epoxy into putty. I ordered another really, really big one of those. I only have the small one and it's almost empty. And then, of course, more biaxial tape to tab the transom in. So I should have enough to do that. Other than that, yeah, I've only used a very, very, very small amount of epoxy so far. It was just for the stringer and then the little patchwork I did at the back. The stringer was the most of it. Just getting probably used a whole quart so far. And mostly it was the stringer with the putty that I needed to create to lay it in the putty so it wasn't flush up against the hull to make any of those hard spots. As you can see, dust is quite a problem today, so the shop is going to need another cleaning. We're supposed to get some nice weather here this coming weekend, so I'm hoping I can roll the Checkmate back out into the backyard there and spray it down with the airline again and let all the dust fly onto my house, and then do the same to the garage while the Checkmate is outside, get the garage nice and clean. You can see all my footprints from walking through all the dust. It's pretty ridiculous. To kind of complicate matters, I'm working on the bike as well at the same time, trying to come up with a new seat and rear fender arrangement. So It's my first motorcycle, and I've only had it for about 2 months. I got it near the end of the summer. Didn't have a whole lot of time to ride it or do anything with it. I did ride it a bit, but I have a passion for modifying things, so I think we're going to make the bike into something a little bit cooler, to have a little bit more fun with. And of course, that's the same plan for the Checkmate. So we'll see where we land. Hopefully another update tomorrow when I should have the rest of the outer skin there prepped, I would hope, in anticipation for plywood going in there. My plan for the wood, I think, is going to be probably get 2 sections, like both pieces of wood cut and fitted so that I know they're perfect, and then bond the first one in, and once it's almost cured, I'll bond the second one in. I think what I'm going to do is just spread a lot. I'm going to obviously laminate both pieces of wood with epoxy first, but then I'm going to spread a lot of the peanut butter stuff all over the one piece of transom, and then clamp it into the back of the hull here against the outer skin. And then once it's cured, I'll do the same to the other one, and then on the inside I'll build up with fiberglass and make a new inner skin. So that's the plan so far. Got to do some more reading before I get that far, I suppose. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing, so it's all just winging it so far. Again, I really appreciate all your help. You guys have been awesome. Just a never-ending slew of information that you guys provide is what's getting me through this. Definitely couldn't do it without you. So I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.